Thank you, Girish. Sip Girish in consciousness. I went back. Is it? I don't know. Was it on before? It went off again. Sip Ritika, Sip Sudanand, Sip Anil, Sip Bala, Sip Anand, Sip Chotwani, Sip Raji, Sip Itkari, Sip Manisha, Sip Meenakshi, Sip Chidanand, Sip Ahem, Sip Premchand, Sip Sukeshri, Sip Rajinder, Sip Ru Mataji, Betiji, Sip Sarla, Sip Samatma, Sip Bliko, Sip Bliss, Sip Krishna, Sip Siva, Sip Gigi, Sip Tina, Sip Parvati, Sip Krishan, Sip Rekha, Sip Harshad, Sip Sagai, Sip Gopal, Sip, is it Nitai? I don't know. Sip Manju, Sip Purnima, Sip Ravina, and the rest of you. Sip is on my lip as I welcome you to this beautiful evening of Prema Yoga. So, my dear friends, today we are onto a beautiful Friday evening of Ask Care. And Fridays is the day when I get to talk to you. I get to talk to you on a topic, and then you get to talk to me. Remove me from admin, this one. And you get to talk to me on the questions and answers. So there you are today. Let us concentrate on a very beautiful topic, my dear friends, and it is called Prema Yoga. All right. What is Prema Yoga? Prema Yoga is how divine love can connect you with God. How divine love, and somebody will question you, how can this even be possible? How can you love God? What is the way to love God? The way to love God is called Prema Yoga. You can love God. I have loved God. And I have loved God means that I love God all the time. And my dear friends, I will show you the way how you too can love God. So the possibility is all depending on whether you discover what I have called Prema Yoga. Prema Yoga is a very divine way to be united with the Supreme. How do you reach that state of loving God? How do you reach that state of being able to feel that you can be able to see God in all? Prema Yoga is the way. So, my dear friends, the song that I would like to start with, it is not in the main plan, but I have so many songs of Prema Yoga. The first song I'm going to tell you today is Pritam Me Prabhu, Pritam Me Prabhu, Jo Bhi Mehsoos Karta Hota Yoga, Prabhu Se Yoga, Prem Yoga, Prabhu Se Hoga. प्रीतम में प्रभु जो भी महसूस करता होता योगा प्रभु से योगा प्रेम योगा प्रभु से होगा. You know, it's not easy to do it, but my dear friends, how do you do it? You do it when you realize that God manifests as all the beautiful things in the world, all the beautiful souls in this world are none other than God. In this song I sing, प्रेमी प्रेमी नहीं है, प्रेमी सच में प्रभु है. जब ये एहसास होता फिर प्रेम योगा. प्रेमी से प्यार प्यार नहीं है, प्रेमी से प्यार ये है योगा. So my dear friends, what is this so-called Prema Yoga all about? You must have heard of the word yoga. Yoga means union. Yoga means it is huge. Union with God. And how can you get union with God? The world knows the 4 ways of yoga. What are the 4 ways of yoga? The world knows of Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga. I tell people, when you wake up in the morning, you can start with meditation, dhyana. You can go on to devotion, bhakti. Then you can go on to action, karma, and go on to education, jnana. The world is very familiar with these four types of yogas. But what the world doesn't understand is that there is a fifth type of yoga. And the fifth type of yoga was a gift that I got. I got this gift because I was so much in love with God. I was so much in love with God that God gifted me. God gifted me this gift of Prema Yoga. And I want to share with you all how you can be in a state of yoga, how you can live as a yogi, how you can actually be so connected to the Supreme that you can always, all the time, feel the divine. So let us start, my dear friends. What happened was, it was on the 10th of January, probably 2022. On the 10th of January 2022, I was singing in the temple. I was singing in the temple and I told God, मेरे दिल में बस एक तुम ही हो, तन मन में और कोई नहीं हो, ऐसा हो जाए बस एक तुम ही हो, इतना भर दे के और कुछ नहीं हो. What was I telling God? I was telling God, God, fill me. What was I telling God? Fill me. Fill me so completely with you. Fill me so deeply with you that there's nothing left. I want you to fill me. And in that, I told the words that came is, है ये आस्था मुकम्मल तुम ही हो, जीवन में मेरे कोई नहीं हो. May there be nothing other than you. कन कन मेरा तुम बस तुम ही हो, और कुछ भी आए जगह नहीं हो, मेरे तन मन में मुकम्मल तुम ही हो, बस एक तुम ही हो, बस एक तुम ही हो. My dear friends, if you are thinking, what is this session all about? You are in the most important session of your life, Prema Yoga. For if you are able to discover Prema Yoga, you have attained God realization. You have realized God and you have realized the truth about life. Yoga means huge union with God, but it's not easy. It's not easy, my dear friends. How to remain in yoga? How to? Somebody asked me the question, how can I be meditating all day long? I said, it's not possible. How is it possible? From morning to night. So then what to do? I said, move from one state of yoga to another. And people wonder how to move from one state of yoga. I say, start with meditation, dhyana yoga. Move to bhakti, bhajan, kirtan. Do that. And after you finish dhyana yoga, you finish bhakti yoga, whatever work you're doing, do it as a karma yogi. Don't do it as a karmi. And even if you're trying to get education or knowledge, don't let it become pride. Don't think that many people who are Gyanis are very proud. They are very proud. Oh, I know everything. Nah, that's not a good attitude. An attitude of pride is a big problem. So you move from Dhyana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga. But it's not possible. I found it impossible in a world, in samsara. Then God gave me Prema Yoga. And when God gave me Prema Yoga, then I was able to be a yogi, living in yoga all the time. How? Because योगी जो योग में सदा ही रहे, प्रभु के योग में रहे, संसार की माया में वो ना अटके, सदा योग में वो रहे, प्रभु की प्यास हो सदा, प्रभु से प्यार वो करे, योगी वो है जो माया से बच के रहे, प्रभु के योग में रहे. I'm writing a new book on true love. You know that? And today evening, God gave me a new flash. He said three things people have not learned in life. People have not learned to laugh. People have not learned to love. And people have not learned to live. People have not learned to laugh. They don't know to laugh. Hey, laugh. Learn to laugh. People do. No, laugh, belly laughter. So the one who taught me belly laughter is who? Is my guru, Dada J.P. Vaswani, whose today happens to be his birth arrival day. And somebody asked me, where is your guru arrival day, birthday? I told my guru arrival day for you. For me, he's always in my heart. He lives in my soul all the time. Some people are running to Pune. No use. The guru lives in the temple of your heart. So, my dear friends, so you have to learn how to be a yogi. And the best way to be a yogi is to move from one state of yoga to the other. And today I'm giving you the gift I got, Prema Yoga, the yoga of loving God, the yoga of loving the manifestation of God. So I call it the yoga of divine manifestation or the yoga of Prema Yoga. Prema Yoga is the yoga of divine manifestation. What is Prema Yoga? See, when we perform action, you perform action as an instrument of God. When you do meditation, it is trying to connect to God. When you try to do, you're coming to Zoom call, you're trying to be in Jnana Yoga. So I found a way to be united with God through love. Because God is love and love is God. But people don't know to love. You go and try to find, please, I'll give a prize to you all. Please get me the definition of love. Nobody knows in the world what is love. You try to find, you Google, what is love? What is definition of love? It is so difficult because people don't know. And I am writing a book. I wanted to be a thesis on love. And today I'm writing an acronym of true love. What is the acronym of true love? It is a rainbow of 7 colors. It is unconditional. It is eternal. Longing of the soul, very passionate, ecstasy of joy. So, my dear friends, how do you cultivate Prema Yoga? I cultivated on the 10th of January 2022. I told you when I was singing. And Shiva told me, Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. So this is the realization that Shiva is not just in the Murti. Shiva is not a Vyakti. Shiva is a Shakti. And I became a Prema Yogi. Shiva told me, you can love me. I am there in all. And in that moment, I discovered Prema Yoga. And then people got confused. Is Prema Yoga only loving your beloved? Yes and no. You will love your beloved as the divine beloved. And you will love your mother as the divine mother. And you will love as the dog as a divine dog. You will see sip in all. Some people are trying to think, no, how can I love the dog and the stone in the same way? You can't love the dog and the stone in the same way. Because the dog will react differently, the stone will react differently. So, my dear friends, you must discover what is Prema Yoga in reality. Prema Yoga is loving sip in all, seeing sip in all, and loving the loved ones of your life as divine manifestations. The first challenge is if you have a beloved, you must not see the beloved as bone and skin, but you must see the beloved as the divine within. You must love your divine as a goddess or a god. Then in that state of Prema Yoga, then you will experience union with Sip through divine love. Unfortunately, people don't know. People don't know the meaning of divine love. And people say, I love you because I need you. No, when I love you because I need you, then I don't love you. I only need you. But when I need you because I love you, then I really love you. So I need you because I love you. So, my dear friends, Prema Yoga, the yoga of divine love, can be with any soul, human being or pet dog or bird. Any soul can be converted into Prema Yoga, provided your love is deep and divine. Your love cannot be that transactional love. It has to be ishke hakiki. It has to be agape. It has to be divine, spiritual, white, eternal, universal love. So how are you going to get that? So in that love, there are no conditions. There are no expectations. It is pure love. What is that pure love? Love, I just told you. Longing of the soul. Very passionate ecstasy of joy. So my dear friends, how are we going to develop that? That true love. So recently I told you all that favorite story. And Instagram I told you all Majnu was in love with Laila. So he told the Tangewala, he told that horse fellow, you please take this pomegranate and you give it to Laila. So the Tangewala said, okay, Majnu, bye-bye. He took that big, solid pomegranate, huge one, and started riding the horse. But this Majnu kept on running behind the Tangewala. Hello, Tangewala. Haan, bolo, kya? Tell Laila, I love her more than the world. Okay. Tell love Laila, you are my love and my life. Tell Laila, Meri Jaan, Mera Jahan. Tell Laila, you are my everything. Tell that Tangewala got so. But this Majnu is running. Tell Laila, I see you in the clouds. Tell Laila, I see you in the river. Tell Laila, I see you when I'm having coffee. So finally, when the Tangewala reached Laila's village, he told Majnu, we have reached her house. Now you only, तुम ही बोलो, क्या बोलना है तुम ही बोलो, मुझे क्या बोलना. So my dear friends, these are good stories. But love has got ecstasy. I'm sure many of you have experienced love, but you have experienced the power of love. There was one man who told me my girlfriend was coming at 4 o'clock in the morning, the railway station. Girlfriend was coming at 4 o'clock in the morning in the station. So I said, so what happened? He said, in my house, they will think I'm mad if I get up 3 o'clock and go out of the house. So what he did, he got up at 3 o'clock, but he changed the clock timing in all the house by 5 hours. He changed all the clocks in the house by 5 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock. And he went out of the house at 3 o'clock. It's showing 8 o'clock. And he went to station and he picked up his girlfriend. Then when he came back, his mother was awake. What is this? You're going out of the house at 3 o'clock. Mama, 8 o'clock, see? She said, are you mad? He said, I don't know. I looked at the clock. I thought it's 8 o'clock, so I went to. Pyar mein pagal. This is called pyar mein pagal. People become pagal in pyar. That is the power. But love should not just be for the skin. It should be for the divine that is within. If love is only for the skin, then there's only prema. There's no yoga. If you can create union through love, it becomes prema yoga. You can have very passionate love, but behind your love, there must be yoga. You must be a yogi in love. Don't just be a premi. Be a prema yogi. A prema yogi experiences sip in all. A prema yogi loves the sip in all. This is the challenge. In that moment, all toxic emotions will disappear. All the toxic emotions of life, everything will disappear, my dear friends. If you are able to see, sip in all. You will give. You will forgive. You will be positive. There will be no anger, hate, revenge, jealousy. Nothing. All the toxic emotions will disappear. When Prema Yoga reaches its ultimate peak, not only does one love in Prema Yoga, one receives divine love from SIP. The two challenges. One, how you can love SIP. And two, how SIP can love you. With this ultimate gift, SIP loves us through a manifestation. One experiences divine love that appears from SIP. Now, people who don't understand this will be thinking, what the hell this man is talking? Like recently, one of our Zoomers, I cannot tell you the name, told her husband after 35 years, I love you. After 35 years. And the husband immediately called the psychiatric doctor ambulance. He called ambulance and called psychiatric doctor. Fast, fast, come here. So what happened? He said, I think something's gone wrong with my wife. He didn't tell what. What happened? Then they took the wife, they put in the ambulance, and they took the wife to the doctor, to the psychiatric. Then the doctor asked, what's wrong with you? He said, doctor, after 35 years, my wife told, I love you. So the so what, this is just in a lighter tone. But because that wife learned the meaning of Prema Yoga, the wife learned that we must see sip in all, love sip in all. Huh? This is a true story, but I'm not revealing the name. Because if I reveal the name, then you all will ask, Kiska hai ye story? Nah, this is an amazing story, but I think it's very beautiful. I think it's very beautiful when we discover Prema Yoga. And I'm telling you, I experienced Prema Yoga and I know how beautiful it can be because we are loving the divine. We are loving sip. And it's very beautiful, my dear friends. And then sip will come back and love us. This is the biggest gift when one experiences divine love that comes from sip through the beloved or through anybody, a pet, a family member. This is not love of the world. It's a love of God. And then recently I wrote a song. The song says, सब में प्रभु को देख के सबसे प्यार करना, प्रभु से प्यार करने का एक ही है रास्ता, प्रभु से प्यार कर लो, सबसे प्यार कर लो. How do you love God? सबसे प्यार कर लो, प्रभु से प्यार कर लो. Then in this, my favorite verse in this song, it's on YouTube, you can hear it later. It says, योगी जो प्रेम योगा करता उसे प्रसाद मिलता ये, प्रभु प्रेमी में आके फिर उसे प्यार करता है. God comes in the form of the beloved to love you. Even the beloved doesn't know. Even the beloved doesn't know that it's God loving through her or him. प्रभु का प्यार जिसको मिलता वो तो प्रेम योगी है, तन से वो प्यार ना करता रूह से प्यार करता है. प्रेमी में जो प्रभु देखे वही प्रभु पाता है, प्रभु प्रेमी बनके उसे प्यार फिर करता है. My dear friends, Prema Yoga is a very beautiful thing. I hope you will ask me questions. And if you've understood it clearly, you must tell me what you understand. Prema Yoga is you become a yogi. You love God, manifesting as so many beings. And your love for God becomes so intense, becomes such a Prema Yoga that God comes and loves you. God loves you. And this is not easy. This is the ultimate state of Prema Yoga. So today, I wish you will discover Prema Yoga. If you are able to love sip in all, you will realize God. Just as those who realize God will love sip in all. Remember, there are two methods. One method, love sip in all. You will realize God. And one second method, realize God and you will love sip in all. What method are you going to follow? If you wait to realize God, I don't know how long it will take. But if you want to love sip in all, now you can start. This moment you can start. But don't think, some people may think you're gone mad. They may call psychiatrist. Don't worry about it. You are a Prema Yogi. You are in love with the divine. Continue that. That is the most beautiful thing that you can do. My dear friends, so start Prema Yoga today. Just like you can start meditation and you can start devotion and you can start education and the yoga of action. Start the yoga of divine manifestation. Become a Prema Yogi. You can become a Prema Yogi now, this moment. You can discover Prema Yoga now. Being a yogi of Prema. Be in union with Sip through love. What is the sign? The mind will disappear. You will be in consciousness. You will experience the ecstasy of love. There will be no negative, toxic thoughts because the mind would have dissolved. Because then you can love every manifestation of SIP as SIP. Only if you are in consciousness. Only if you are in the state of Satchit Anand, Chaturyam, Samadhi. That state you can choose by being a Prema Yogi. You will enjoy the ecstasy of divine love for all. And you will experience union with SIP through love. So this is what I will talk to you today in the focus. But you can ask me any question. But if you ask me, if you really want to attain God, such an easy way, Prema Yoga. Prema Yoga. And next week, I'll be talking to you on the most famous topic called avidya. Avidya, ignorance. So next week, we will talk to you on avidya and how it stops us from the realization of the truth. So this is going to be our topic for next Friday, 8 o'clock. Fridays, I am told to speak to you all for half an hour, but we still have 30 minutes to answer your questions. So, my dear friends, with that note, I'm asking you, try to reach that state of being a Prema Yogi. For if you are a Prema Yogi, you can realize God in a fraction of a moment. And I hope this session will teach you. I hope this session of Prema Yoga, I've done this session 2 years back. I have done the session 2 years back on Prema Yoga. But not many of you were there at that time. And I think it's important that I make you masters in this subject of Prema Yoga. So let's move on to question and answers. Administrator, can we get into this question answer session? Sachin, Lawrence, Dhruv Mataji, Karma, Jasmine, Suvine. We have 6 people already on the.
Guruji.
Yes, tell me.
Guruji, what I am experiencing from some days, 2 days actually, when I'm putting meditation in the morning, and
I
I'm
can't hear
asking this
you.
question to
No, no,
myself, who am I? My
your voice is,
answer, hello,
your
hello,
voice is not clear. You have to speak loudly and clearly, please.
hello,
Yes.
hello. I'm saying when I'm doing meditation in the morning,
Yeah.
I'm asking this question, that who am I? And for last few days, I'm getting this answer, I'm soul. And when I'm asking the next
I am
question, what is my purpose? I am soul. I'm soul.
okay. Okay.
And the next question when I'm asking that why am I here, what is my purpose? So the purpose, it is very clearly it's coming in my mind is that liberation. So
Okay.
is this coming because of the teachings you've been doing, or that I have attained some levels because of that? I just want to ask you this question.
You have to do self-certification. I cannot. You have to ask yourself many more questions. You have to ask yourself what else. It's not just what you're saying. It's not enough. You have to. You
Mhm.
if you're anybody can tell on the. I met. When did I meet? I met a person. I did a podcast recently with somebody, and that person is very full of gyani, very big gyani. You'll see the podcast, and then that person is telling me in the podcast, "Nana, it is good to have material desires. It is very good to have material desires." Then there's a conflict. The person is talking like an enlightened person, but he's saying greed is good. Greed is good. So I don't know how greed can be good. Greed cannot be good, in my understanding. So therefore, be careful what the mind is telling you, and be careful before you come to any conclusion. Lawrence. Lawrence.
See, Shivam. First, thank you so much for your happiness secret. I love the story of the mother deer pregnant and how that
Very
worked
good.
out very
Good.
auspiciously.
Lawrence.
So nice.
Lawrence is a dedicated
Yeah,
member
here.
on the Instagram. Every day he's on the Instagram live at 7. Yes, Lawrence.
So here I was, right as you were finishing talking. There's a couple of lilies, daylilies, pink, and a hummingbird just came there, and I felt. I would ask you. It felt to me when you said that SIP is loving us. Maybe sometimes SIP loves us before. Maybe always loves us before
Absolutely.
we love SIP.
If a
And
bird,
so there was the hummingbird. You see, there was the hummingbird hovering over the flower. And the beautiful thing is, it came back a few times. But then I thought, oh, I will take a picture. But you see, Sip said, no, I don't want that picture. So that was resolved there, you know. And the other thing I'll share with you is my dad. Okay, this was right after, like, the morning after my mom passed away. And my dad was 92 at the time. And then he expressed such affection to me at that time. You know, sometimes we'd had some friction over the years. I felt now I understood as you were talking, oh, all of the negative karma was clear just in that moment. It was so beautiful. You know, the next, he lived about another 6.5 years to 101, really. It's more than 6.5 years. That's 8.5. Yeah. So 8.5. So the beauty of that is that, so in other words, I say my question, isn't it a bit like Jesus says, become like little children and to get in the purity you're saying, you know, greed is not a good idea. But greed is not good. You know, that purity that we have, almost that we had maybe as a young child, that we recover that in an enlightened way. That's my question. Is that what happens?
no. So your question is again too long. Repeat your question and because you said so many things about your
Oh,
father
well,
and the
in brief,
hummingbird.
in brief, is it just that our original soul nature is reclaimed in the expression,
You
in
are
the
you
experience?
are a, you are a soul, and when your soul is loving, having that longing for the supreme, for the divine, if your love is very deep, then the divine will appear as another soul, like a hummingbird, like your father, and love you, and that is prem. That is the reward of prema yoga. That's the answer.
Ah,
Thank you,
acha,
Lawrence.
perfect,
Thank you.
perfect
Karma.
answer. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Karma and Jasmine. Deepali, Manu. Yes.
Today's topic was really beautiful and much needed in the current times. As the world is going through this upheaval, we really need this love prem yoga. पर एक क्वेश्चन दिमाग में आया बिकॉज मैंने कुछ आसपास अपने एक्सपीरियंस किया या देखा है बहुत सारे लोग इस फिनोमिना को विच इज कॉल्ड लव फॉर एवरीवन और मीटिंग somebody with just love, they make it as an excuse for having multiple partners. How do we deal with these kind of people? I mean, their expectations are also not pure.
So see, this is the whole concept where we have to understand what is prema yoga. And we cannot, in prema yoga, you stop judging others, ignore others, because you cannot make out what is we by making a judgment about others. We don't know what other is doing, why other is doing, when other is doing, at what stage other is doing. We have to develop prema yoga. We have to love all as divine, and we will have different phenomena of love. For example, the way you love a plant will be different from the way you love a dog, and different from the way you love your beloved and your mother. So we have to not make judgment, and we have to ourselves get into a state of prema yoga. That's the answer. Okay, thank you, Jasmine. Yes, Jasmine.
Yes. So, I heard you say that there's 5 types of yoga, and these are all ways to unite with God, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, can you review them again?
So there is one yoga in the morning when you wake up, the yoga of meditation, dhyana yoga,
Okay.
and the yoga of devotion, bhakti, when you recite songs and hymns for God, bhakti yoga or devotion. Then
Okay.
comes to the yoga of action, like Mother Teresa was serving the poor. It is the yoga of action. And
Okay.
then is the yoga of education, like coming on this Zoom call is the yoga of education. So
Okay.
meditation, devotion, action, education. And the yoga which I discovered, the yoga of divine manifestation, prema yoga. The
Okay.
ability to love God in all. The
Okay.
ability
Do
to
you,
realize the whole world is a manifestation of God, whether it's a hummingbird or it's a pet dog or it's your beloved. Your love is divine love.
okay. Do you have a book on these type of
Yes,
yoga?
there's a
Okay,
book
what
called
is it called?
Prema Yoga.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Google Play. Prema Yoga. You can download it.
What about the other types of yoga? Do you have something on those as well?
Yes, we have. We have a book called From Yoga to Moksha. I hope it's released. Yoga to Moksha. Is it released? Yoga to Moksha? Not released. And we have got another book called The True Meaning of Yoga.
Okay.
Yoga to Moksha
And
released.
so
Yoga to Moksha also released.
okay. And to understand, you said that Prema Yoga is to be able to love everything that's a manifestation of self. That's
Yes,
correct.
absolutely.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
If I'm walking down the street and someone curses me or punches me in the face or a dog comes to bite me, how do I continue to stay in the state of Prema Yoga? Is there a mantra or something I can do to not
By
dislike or
realizing,
hate the dog or the person? Mhm.
no, whatever has happened to you, first understand as a karma yogi that it is karma coming back to you. If a dog bit you, it is karma coming back to you. If somebody is hurt hating you, why are you laughing? That's the truth.
It's just funny.
You don't realize that everything in this world is a reaction of our own action.
I do realize it, but it's just funny to think about
Yeah.
it.
So first you must get to that level where everything in this world you should accept without protest. Without the art of acceptance, you cannot do Prema Yoga.
Okay.
You must first learn to accept yoga, the law of karma. After you accept the law of karma, then you can experience Prema Yoga.
Okay, thank you so much. That makes
I
sense.
hope
I
yeah,
understand.
thank you. But I hope you understood, because if you don't accept karma, then you cannot do, because then you will hate people.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay, I
Thank you,
understand. Thank
Thank,
you.
thank you,
Mhm.
Jasmine. Subhinay, Anand, Manju, Bala.
गुरुजी प्रणाम.
प्रणाम, बोलो Subhinay. Yes, Subhinay, बोलो. Subhinay is is muted. Unmute Subhinay, please. Yes, बोलो Subhinay.
Now you are able to listen me, Guruji?
Yes. Please talk.
Guruji, when you are talking about loving God,
Yeah.
so there is one concept that God is our higher self.
Yes.
So God is our higher self. In Western
Yeah.
community, they emphasizes on self-love. So when we love ourselves, that doesn't mean when we have to take care of ourselves and do some certain makeup. Loving ourselves means recognizing that we are the part of self, and we have to act accordingly to it. We have to love people, we have to give people, and we have to stand for the people. So loving means loving oneself, and loving oneself in such a way that we become a perfect instrument of God, of love and light.
Loving yourself is incomplete if you don't love others. Because if you love yourself, because you are a higher manifestation, you are a manifestation, then not only you are a manifestation, everybody on this call is a manifestation. You agree?
Yes, sir.
So only you should love yourself, or you should love others equally?
When we are able to love ourselves truly, we will love each and everyone.
No,
That is my point.
only when you love yourself and everybody else equally, then you have attained the state of realization.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise,
Agreed.
if you only, many people say, I love myself, I am God. Many people do abhishek for themselves. They pour milk on their own head, and they say, "मैं ही शिवलिंग हूँ, मैं ही शिवलिंग हूँ." They put milk on their head. They put one balti of milk on their head. Does that make them God? So this is called avidya, which we are talking on next Friday. So we have, and even if I see some masters have done it, and these masters have confused people by doing it. Okay, Anand, thank you, Subhinay. Anand, Manju. Anand?
Yeah, Shivo, Guruji.
Shivo, tell me, Anand.
Yeah, I had two questions. So, just to make sure that my understanding is correct. So, is Bhakti Yoga like devotion to a form of God? And is Prem Yoga, as you are describing, loving the formless? Is that understanding correct?
Bhakti is a way of praying to the form. Bhakti. And Bhakti Yoga is a way where you are united with that form. For example, there are some people who are in love with Krishna. They're so much in love with Krishna, so much in love with Krishna, so much in love with Krishna, they are in Bhakti Yoga. But they have not realized that they are Krishna. Are you understanding? So Bhakti Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, any yoga. So yoga is of two types, just for your information. The preliminary yoga is before you are enlightened. And then that is pre-university. And then there's post-graduation of yoga, when you have finished enlightenment. Then Bhakti Yoga is with the formless. First, Bhakti Yoga can be with the form also. But only Bhakti means Bhakti without yoga. So be clear about the difference.
Okay, so there is bhakti, then there is bhakti yoga. So is it true that before enlightenment we can have only bhakti yoga and prem yoga can happen only after enlightenment?
No, you can have Prema Yoga today. You can finish this Zoom call and decide to become a Prema Yogi. And that can lead you to enlightenment.
I mean, I get it intellectually, but I find it very difficult to hold on to that experience.
Because you don't believe it. If you believe it, then why can't you make the intellectual into action? What is so, I'm asking you, Anand, what is so difficult in making a promise now that from this moment onwards, you will live as a Prema Yogi? That you will love one and all as if they are God. What's so difficult?
No, I can make that promise, but I find it difficult to hold on to it, right? There are
Because of your mind.
It.
No, because of your mind. The mind, if the moment the mind steals your consciousness, the shaitan takes over the Bhagwan. Oh, it is so common. I know people all around, when I have people all around me in my own life that are moving from mind to consciousness one moment. So suddenly shaitan comes. Finished. They are destroyed. They don't even know they are captured. Ho gaya. That shaitan has taken over. Then they come back and say, I was in mind state and now I'm back in consciousness. I said, very good. Welcome back. That's all. Because it's very common. At least it's greatness to come back to consciousness. It's a greatness to come from mind to consciousness. There are many people who go from shaitan to shaitan. They don't go from shaitan to Bhagwan. What do we do? Oh, it's a big problem. So understand, the key is consciousness. The key. Even to understand Prema Yoga, you have to be in consciousness. I know there are some people who teach me Prema Yoga, but they don't know consciousness. They don't know Prema Yoga. Some people who teach me Prema Yoga, they write Prema Yoga for me. They write thesis of Prema Yoga, but they can't imbibe Prema Yoga. Then what do? They correct my Prema Yoga bhajan. They correct my Prema Yoga book, but they can't understand Prema Yoga. So what is the reason?
They're not in consciousness.
They can't understand Prema Yoga. Because Prema Yoga, to understand, you have to be a yogi. And to be a yogi, you need that consciousness. Thank you. Manju, Bala, Seturam, Samatma.
Shivoham. Very nice concept you gave today. That's so easy. If we start seeing in God in all, हमारे सब बुरे कर्म निकल जाएंगे. हम किसी को बुरा बोलेंगे नहीं, सोचेंगे भी नहीं कि उसने ये किया, वो सब. Only thing is we have to make conscious effort to see God in all. Very nice concept, and I'm going to live by it. I'll try my best. Very nice. Thank you so much. And
Okay,
you
good.
act so well. You're so hilarious. सबको हंसाते हो आप.
मैं जोकर हूँ
Very
क्या?
nice.
मैं जोकर हूँ?
नहीं, you're a great soul. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manju. Okay, Bala, Seturam, Samatma will.
प्रणाम गुरुजी. लव यू गुरुजी.
बोलो अंबाला, कैसे है?
मस्त एकदम. गुरुजी, आपने वो कॉल क्यों 7:30 पे लिखा गुरुजी? मैं सिग्नल तोड़ के यहाँ घर पे आई जल्दी.
आज लिखा 7:30 क्या?
हाँ, 7:30 to 8:30.
आज लिखा है क्या?
हाँ, नहीं वो कल वाला कभी भेजा था जो मैसेज, वो उसमें लिखा है So
वो तो
I
आप
broke the signal. I broke the signal and rushed home, Guruji.
वो
And
आप
I was
माइंड आप
हाँ?
या तो आप माइंड स्टेट में है या तो मेरी डिजाइनर माइंड स्टेट में है, मैं देखता हूँ. आई डोंट
देखो
थिंक
तो
7 to वो तो 3 दिन पहले था 7:30 जब मैं यूरोप में था. आपने
but
गलत
I
मैसेज दे.
got today at 7:30 and say I
ओके
rushed.
बोलो,
Oh,
क्वेश्चन बोलो, सिग्नल तोड़ो मत. हाँ बोलो.
Guruji, after this call there are a lot of differences, Guruji. But पहले जिसके लिए बहुत गुस्सा था वो अभी एकदम न्यूट्रल हो गया है, गुरुजी. मतलब I don't have complaint against them now, but I cannot love them, Guruji. What is the problem is that I cannot love them, Guruji.
Yeah, because you do not see God in them.
How to see God? मतलब न्यूट्रल है, कुछ अभी कुछ फर्क भी नहीं पड़ता है, गुरुजी. आए क्या गए क्या ऐसे सीधा है, पर I cannot see God, गुरुजी, in them.
अपना चश्मा बदलो.
अभी चश्मा ही छोड़ दिया, गुरुजी.
You have to change your paradigm. You have to change your paradigm. You have to see everybody as a manifestation of the divine. Unless you see everybody as a manifestation of the divine, I'm telling you, मेरे सामने शैतान आया तो भी मैं भगवान देखता हूँ. कैसे? मैं शैतान देखता नहीं हूँ, मैं सिर्फ भगवान ही देखता हूँ. कैसे?
कैसे? हाँ, कॉन्शियसनेस में रहती.
अगर डेविल आता है मैं डेविल नहीं देखता हूँ, मैं देवी देखता हूँ. एल को छोड़ देता हूँ मैं.
I'll try it. अभी मैंने आपसे बात किया ना, तो अभी it will happen, Guruji.
Seturaman, thank you. Sethuram, Will, Christian, Lawrence. Lawrence is line number 2. Sethuram, Will, Christian, and Surrender.
Shivam Guruji.
Namaste.
Lot of learnings in today's lecture. I have a query.
Yes.
Because I was under the impression all this time that you will start, love will come to you automatically when you are enlightened and God realized. You will love everyone.
Correct.
Now I am having ego, I am having different weaknesses and ignorance also. With all that, how can I? This is not a skill. Loving is not a skill. It has to come voluntarily. And I think as I remove my ignorance, slowly love will start oozing out. But can I love at this stage everyone? Because you are an enlightened soul, you are a realized soul, you can love all. But how about us?
See, so Sethuram, there are very two possibilities. The moment you are fully awakened and fully enlightened that God is in all, you can love God in all. You're very clear, you're understanding that. You know it. You know it that when you know God is in all, but you are not able to love God in all because you're not realizing that God is in all. So this is the condition. So what is the secret today I'm giving you? What is the method I'm giving you today? If you start loving all, even though you don't realize, if you're intellectually, if you make a decision to love all, and you keep on saying, I am loving all because God is in all. I am loving all because God is in all. I am loving all because God is in all. You will get to that realization will come much faster.
I agree.
Simple. You understand? Very simple, very simple. But you must do this. You must do this sincerely, what I'm telling. If you don't do sincerely, it can't happen. I know somebody who comes and says, I tell सबको प्यार करो, सबको love everybody. जैसे उसको मैं काट के गला काट दूं, गला कटा दो, नया कचरा.
You can also give 10 commandments in this path. What are the 10 commandments?
10 commandments, 10 tips to love all. Okay, I will try to create some.
I have experienced one thing. I told you I have the foundation. Earlier, I used to have compassion for born deaf only in Hyderabad and neighboring. Now it went to Andhra, South India, India. Now our foundation is recognized by WHO. I have compassion for this born deaf all over the world. I don't differentiate.
But Sethuram, while I respect that a lot, and you know what you're doing right now, you're doing good karma. Means Sethuram, that means you have to come back to get rewarded now. Again, you will come back and you will be born as a prince, or you will be born as a millionaire like Ambani, Adani, and you have to come again, one more cycle you have to do. Is that what you want? So I'm just saying that compassion and that kindness is creating a lot of good karma. But that compassion has to dissolve into Prema Yoga. You have to realize not only the deaf, oh no, not only the deaf, I need my compassion. Every soul, I needs my love. Every soul is sick. Then you will go much beyond this compassion, which you right now you're doing is a very good thing, a great thing. I was doing like that for 20 years, 25 years, serving poor people. Now I don't serve poor people. I don't serve poor people. I serve God in the poor.
I shared that saying that I could extend that compassion for all. Same way,
Yeah.
say is love one person, your own team members, then extend it to everyone. Not be
So
judgmental.
yes, Sitaram, you must find a method, but you need to extend this compassion, which is already there inside you. You know something, just to tell you. You know what is compassion? Compassion is an effect of love. The cause is love. Love creates compassion. Love creates forgiveness. Love creates kindness. But the root is love. If there is no love, you can't have compassion. If there's no love, you can't have forgiveness. If there's no love, you can't have kindness.
Yeah, it does wonders. Yeah.
So you have to reach that state of Prema Yoga. If you start seeing from tomorrow, when the driver comes, your whole attitude has to be, there is God in the driver, there is God in the beggar, there is God in my neighbor. There is, even though the neighbor may be the most troublesome neighbor of your life, that does not mean that you should get a headache with your neighbor. You can still ignore the neighbor's nonsense, but you must see that appearing as God is creating nuisance to you. You must be conscious that neighbor who's creating nuisance is God manifesting and testing your patience.
But when we behave like that, they will also change, definitely.
But whether they change or not, Sitaram, you cannot expect the world to change. You have to change. World will not be enlightened. You have to become enlightened.
So, one final request, Guruji, come with at least 5 commandments for Prema Yoga. If not,
Okay, I will give some tips how to love, basically how to love God in all, how to be able. I think it's a very good suggestion because people are not able to love God in all. I think it's a big challenge. I will try my best to create this. Okay, thank you, Sitaram. Samatma will.
Shivoham.
Shivoham.
I love all the divine souls here. So I want to share one magic what happened today. Really, my
Yes.
body is not well for the last 10 days. And you know, always when my mother-in-law is not well, I always take care of her. And now I used to say, I accept it as my karma and I used to do it. But today I realized that I was only saying that it was my karma. Today, when I was also not well and I had to take care of her, first that irritation started coming in. Then I told myself, stop it, Samatma. And magic happened. My Jimmy, which was my childhood dog, appeared in front of me, and it was like as if Jimmy was vomiting in front of me, and I was stroking Jimmy instead of my mother-in-law. And I've cleaned up Jimmy in this way. From each time she vomited, Jimmy used to appear. It was like I'm cleaning my dog, and by evening, that little irritation and the little anger, whatever I had for her, just vanished. And by 7:30 at last time when she vomited, I didn't need Jimmy. I actually experienced Prema Yoga today. So thank you so much.
Very good. See, because you are absorbing this devotion in of the divine in you, so the ship will bless us. So, Samatma, what you're feeling, that emotion, that you're feeling that Prema Yoga, that builds in us as we are deeper and deeper in love with Sip. See, unfortunately, what we do, we love our spouses, and we love only those people whom we want to love. This clinging does not take us anywhere. We have to realize Sip in all. And even if whoever we love, we must not love the skin. We must love the divine that is within. And that will make a transformation in our lives. Good, Samatma. Please take care of yourself. Thank you. Will, Christian, Surinder.
I have really 2 questions. Firstly, when you say you love the divine within or you love Sip within, you mean you somehow love the energy, because that is what Sip is. Sip is the energy behind the person, or it's the energy within the person somehow. Is that correct?
When I love you because you are a manifestation of Sip. So I love Will. I cannot love the energy. I love Will with the realization that Will is none other than Sip.
But What do you mean by will? Because will is energy. So you're
No, will is, no. Will is not energy. Will is the manifestation of energy.
but you mean the body is the manifestation of the
Not
energy?
just the body, no, everything. The body, ego, mind, you, the soul, the whole being appearing as will.
So
Will.
you love someone's mind and their ego.
No,
That's what
will,
you said.
will. How do you go in you go in these black taxis in London, the black cab? Have you been on the black cab?
Yes.
What is the black cab? Only if I remove the seats, are the seats the cab? Or is the steering wheel the cab? Or is the engine the cab? Or is the petrol tank the cab? What makes the cab?
Well, that's easy. This is an easy question because you're talking about the material world. So, like,
No,
love.
no. Wait, 1 minute. How can I love the sip in you without you? How can, it's just like saying, how can mud manifest itself? A mud appears as a pot. It appears as a plate. It appears as a statue. So sip appears as you. We have to love every soul. And we can also love beyond that. We can love a mountain. We can love the ocean. We can love the clouds. Because we see sip in each one. But you can't love the invisible air. Because invisible air cannot be comprehended. Clear? Not clear?
Well, it's not really clear because I have to admit, it is a very subtle thing, and you are saying you love me, but you
I
say
don't love you. No, I didn't say I love you. I said I love sip manifesting as you.
But you don't know what sip is because you can't know sip.
Sip is you.
I know, but you can't know sip because you are sip.
I know you, and so I know sip.
But sip is an object on consciousness then.
Sip is manifesting as objects of consciousness.
Yeah, it's difficult because when you start talking about sip, you're talking about something indescribable. But also, sip is, as I understand, is not an object in consciousness. You are sip.
Sip is everything that you can see with your eyes.
Okay,
there is nothing in front of your eyes that is not sip. Everything is sip. And if you start loving
so if you learn to see things in the right way with devotion, then you are seeing sip. You're
absolutely
seeing sip because you see things as sip, therefore you see sip.
And you love sip. You first see sip, then you love sip, and you serve sip.
Yes. In my case, I feel, as I've said so often, I've kind of created some trouble for myself. So I have this is a very powerful exercise for me, but I was wondering if you have any advice.
The whole problem you have created is you've let the ego, that's I, create a wall. And unless that ego that says I has a fall, see, the ego stands like a wall, as my hand is standing here. The ego stands tall as a wall. It should fall. Then you will see the divine in all.
Do you have to develop bhakti yoga before? I mean, is it easier to go from bhakti than to prema, or do you think you can go directly to prema?
You can go straight.
It seems to me you developed the four yoga first, you perfected 4 yoga, and then you develop prema. But now in this class, you're saying you can go directly to prema. And this seems quite an advanced jump. It's like going up a ladder, but you don't need to go the first 4 steps. You're saying you can go to...
Let me explain to you. If you did not have a guru to teach you the steps to yoga and moksha, how could you go? You need bhakti.
Exactly.
I needed bhakti because I needed the support to climb. I needed bhakti. Bhakti took me to my guru. Bhakti took me to prema. Bhakti took me to the journey. But if you already have a guru and a guru is holding your hand and walking you forward, why do you need bhakti? Why do you need to go back 4 steps?
So if you have a guru, you can go straight to prema yoga. That's what
you can go straight to prema yoga, and you can go beyond prema yoga, and you can go to awakening and enlightenment. Because the guru has the ability.
So can you explain where my blockage is? So you know my case so often.
Your blockage is you're not still realizing that you are God. You are sip. The moment you realize you are sip, Will, it's very simple. When you realize you are sip, immediately you see sip in all.
Ah.
And the moment you see sip in all, you can love the sip in all. And you can be liberated in 1 second. It only takes 1 second, one flash, just like this. That's why it says self-realization to God realization. You are not breaking that. You're still saying, I am will, I am caught by karma, I have made a lot of mistakes, I have got some karma to settle. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Let
That's
go of all that. You are not that. Why are you sticking? Why are you clinging to that?
Mm.
That was avidya. That was the wrong identity which you were. Now you are not that.
Yes, sir.
Now you have awakened. So Will, let me give you an example. Will, please pay attention.
Yes, sir.
So today you go to sleep, okay?
Yes, sir.
Today you go to sleep and you murdered the Prime Minister of UK.
Yes, sir.
Then you murder the police commissioner of UK. Then you murder 4 more policemen. Then after you murder 20 people in the sleep, will you wake up in the morning and will you go to the police station and tell them, I want to hand myself over because I murdered the UK Prime Minister and I murdered the UK commissioner. Will you go to the police station and hand yourself over to the police station?
No, sir.
Why will you not go?
Because you didn't murder them.
Because it was a dream.
Yes, sir.
Why can't you realize whatever has happened is over? It's not you. That was somebody else. Now
Yes.
you have awakened from the dream. Why can't you wake up?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. But I just looked at the clock and it's already 9 o'clock. So quickly, Krishan, Surinder, Ravina, Atmatray. Premchandji.
Shivam Guruji,
Shivam.
I want to understand the difference between I love you because I need you because I love you.
If
What is
I
the
love
state?
you, Krishan, if I love you because I need you. मतलब मुझे आपसे कुछ काम है इसलिए मैं आपको प्यार करता हूँ. इसका मतलब I don't love you. I only need you.
My priority is need.
But if I need you, मैं आपको इतना I need you so much because I love you. That means I love you.
Okay.
अगर प्यार एक स्वार्थ के लिए है तो वो प्यार नहीं है.
स्वार्थ का difference है.
If I love somebody because I need them, it's not love. I love somebody. I told them, तुम जाओ. You please go. I don't want you. वो person हैरान हो गया. Why I'm telling you go? You love me, but you're saying go. I said you go because I love you. You go. That is the ability. That is real love. Okay, Surinder, Ravina.
No, actually, I wanted to ask you the question how to see sip and all. You have answered to Sitaram as well as.
And Sitaram wants 5 commandments. We'll give you 5 commandments for that.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Surinder. Ravina, quickly we will close. Ravina.
Guruji.
Shivam.
I can understand, relate to everything, but like say if there's a rapist or a murderer or people who've done horrible things within the family or to their parents, it's impossible to love them. You can detach, but how can you love them?
You can condemn their act, but you have to love the sip that is in them. It is like if I give you a murti, a idol, pure, beautiful diamond idol of gold and diamonds of Ravana. Will you throw it in the dustbin?
Mm-hmm. No.
Why will you not throw it? It's Ravana, 10-head demon. Why would you not throw it?
Because you'll see the other value of it. Oh my
Because
God.
because you know, no, it's gold and diamonds.
Okay, so how do you practice it? Like, what do you?
So I'll tell you. So the person who is doing murder or rape or all that is the human appearance. That is what the human form is. But what is inside that? What is the Atma inside that? You love the Atma of that person. The Atma is not a rapist. The Atma is not a murderer.
So then your hatred or your anger can go down to a certain degree, but it cannot be nullified to love.
It can be nullified to love when you're enlightened.
Okay.
If you're not enlightened, it's not possible.
Okay.
Because when
So
you're
we are
not enlightened, your mind is creating that haze. You can't love because you're seeing a rapist, you're seeing a murderer. But when When you're enlightened, you think it's like a projection, like a movie project. If I'm asking you, if Amitabh Bachchan is killing somebody in the movie, will you start hating Amitabh Bachchan?
No.
Why
But
you
this
not
is
loving?
reality. If you're a witness to injustice, it's
Because
it's reality.
you're seeing Amitabh Bachchan as the murderer. You're not realizing it is Amitabh Bachchan acting as the murderer.
So I can say that I would love the God in that person, but not that person.
That person doesn't exist. That person is just a result of his karma, the result of his good, bad karma, result of his own vasanas. So you will,
So it's
I
their
know,
karma. It's their
you,
karma. That's it.
you don't have to go and love that person. Like you don't have to do
Yeah.
something to,
Yeah.
but behind the murderer and the rapist,
Realizing.
there will be God inside that person whom you will relate to.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
not easy. What you're saying is a tough one, but it's the
Yeah.
way.
Because if you are a victim to injustice and you like say you're standing and you see a rape or you stand and you see a murder.
So then, if you are not enlightened, you will see a murder. But if you are enlightened, you will see a Leela.
Okay.
Tomorrow we continue.
Yeah,
Atmatrai, because today we have gone beyond time. Atmatrai?
So, sir, by using SLS formula, can I attend Prema Yoga?
Of course, SLS is Prema Yoga.
Okay.
If you see Sipinol, love Sipinol, serve Sipinol, it is Prema Yoga. It is nothing but Prema Yoga.
Okay. Sir, please tell the long form of love.
Longing. O, of the soul. V, very passionate. E, ecstasy of joy. Longing of the soul, very passionate ecstasy of joy. And true love will give you next. We are making the acronym of true love next. Okay, we have to close quickly. Premchandji, and then Jasmine and Lawrence only quick comment. But Premchandji.
शिवम गुरुदेव
हाँ जी नमस्ते
मैं कहना चाहता we see ship in all
yes
even then मतलब the we see in the manifestation of God in all and we ship in all even
yes.
then when the some persons of detachments behave in the entirely different way, how to compromise?
मतलब
आप हम तो उनमें आत्मा देखते हैं मगर
हाँ.
वो अपने आत्मा को जानते ही नहीं है तो उसको हम कैसे compromise करें?
उनको गोली मारो. Suppose I see somebody as Bhagwan.
But they are persons of detached attachment.
What do you mean they are persons of detached attachment? What's the meaning?
भाई कोई भी in relations है मगर उनका व्यवहार अगर गलत है so how to avoid it?
So,
How
okay,
to
I get
compromise?
you. No, I get you. So you have got detached attachment to somebody, but they
Yes,
are
sir.
not divine. They are not divine. How to? They are
Yes, sir.
shaitan. How to see them as
Yes, sir.
Bhagwan when they are shaitan? By
Yes, sir.
realizing कि वो शैतान है, लेकिन अंदर में भगवान है, बाहर में
Yes, sir.
शैतान है.
Yes, sir.
वो आपको that person is troubling you, that person is disturbing you, that person is behaving badly with you, but inside that is Bhagwan.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
But thank you. Time is over. I only want few seconds.
Thank
Lawrence
you
and
very much.
Jasmine and Lawrence. Jasmine, quick few seconds. Jasmine and Lawrence, please. Unmute Jasmine and Lawrence. Yes, Lawrence?
Oh, yes, very quick. You said to Will, and there was that thing about the steps. And so my question is, isn't it then to my benefit and to all of us that we trust the guru gives us the boost? We forget all about the steps. It's like karmas are training wheels. And so we can do the dance. We can have the Prem Yogi love because we don't try to go backwards in our movement.
If you have the grace, guidance of the Guru, and you and the Guru have become one, then you're sorted, completely sorted.
All set.
But you must have a good bond with the Guru. Unless you have a good bond, it doesn't work. Okay, Jasmine, last comment of the day. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you. Last comment of Jasmine.
Yes, I just wanted to say I'm making the decision today to love all starting today. And I love you all and I love the call so much. And I'll be on here tomorrow.
Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you for giving that message to all. Jasmine says, I made a promise. I'm going to love all as him. Thank you, dear all. Today it was longer. I apologize. We'll see you tomorrow at 8.